Ever feel like you don't want to do anything at all? Like you wake up, everything just going wrong all of a sudden. Things be breaking, it's be crying, you're running behind on schedule, you keep forgetting about things. Top it worse, you're in the middle of your luteal phase or something. You feel like you have no energy, no motivation, no nothing. You don't want to do nothing. You want to do it just dig a hole, crawl in it and hibernate for the next 3 months. If you ever have one of those days, I feel you, because that's me pretty much this day, or I have about 10 of those days every single month. Somebody need to study why does luteal phase last so long. Actually, I feel like I had 10 good days for the whole month, and then I'm just lapped back to being miserable, exhausted. I don't know where all my energy is gone. And that brought me to this episode of how to cope on the days where you're expected to perform when you have absolutely zero energy or motivation at all. Number one, you've gotta give yourself grace, okay? We are all human, we are not machines, we cannot be go all the time. There's different seasons of our life where different values stack differently. I'm sure if you look back, there would be time where you'll go like a machine. Like, good for you, I love that for you. And you have spent that season being go on the sprint, hustle hard, and that is for the benefit of your future. So you gotta give yourself grace on the day that you feeling a little bit lower. Don't feel like anything is going. Flow is not going, your creativity is not flowing, you don't want to do anything, no energy, no nothing, and you're relying solely on discipline to get you through. And we're gonna talk about that. There has to be the lows in order to have the high. That's just balance. That's just the two polar. It's like a pendulum. If you swing too hard into the one way, it's going to spring you all the way back towards the other end in order to return back to the middle point. So give yourself some grace on these days. Take care of yourself and just focusing on doing the thing that move the needle, not all 156 of them. And that brought me to the second point. Choose 3 things that gonna move the needles the most. I know when you feel like you have no energy, you have no motivation, especially if you work in creativity, job that challenge your creativity a lot. It's very hard to work when you're not feeling the flow be flowing. I have been there way too many times, and that is a result of a burnout. And one thing I noticed, when you're trying to force clarity, it's not gonna come, because that's not the point. If you're viewing clarity as the end goal, it's gonna feel way harder. What you need to focus on is the journey. Just letting yourself experience things, letting yourself receiving these experience, letting yourself go through this thing and feel this feeling, have these bad days, feel low, unmotivated, but do you think that move the needle anyway? By doing so, clarity is going to arrive for you at the end, because you still do the things that move you forward towards your goal. Even though, yeah, you don't want to do it and it's not easy. I know it's not easy, but you did it anyways. You didn't try to do 156 things and stress yourself the hell out. You did 3 things that move the needle the most, and moving slow is still moving forward. By going through these little stages, just trying a little bit, instead of just exhaust yourself and trying to force yourself to do all these things, especially on the day that you don't want to do anything, you will arrive at the end goal eventually. Clarity is going to come to you all of a sudden. Once you get through all those steps, all those experience, you collect enough data, letting everything reveal themselves to you, you will see clarity. You will see the bigger picture, because when you don't feel like doing things and you're looking at the task, it's like you're standing with a painting right in front of your face like this. You can't see nothing. You can't even make out, is this a bug? Is this a flower? But once you start doing the little thing, imagine you're like stepping away further from the painting until at one point you're standing far enough to see the whole picture, and that is when clarity arrives for you. Number 3, do not let your mood dictate the plan. This is separation season, baby, and I know there is a very fine line with over discipline to the point of burning out and discipline in separation season, because trust me, not everyone wake up every day wanting to do everything. Like, if you're a student, you don't wake up wanting to go to class, sit your assignment and pull all these all-nighters to study for your exam. Maybe you're a business owner, you don't want to spend all this time creating content, also doing the logistic work, also doing the marketing work. Maybe you're a mom, you don't wake up wanting to, be asked 2 billion questions before 9 a.m. Don't wake up wanting to deal with all of these pressures of managing the households like a naturals, but also contribute financially. Nobody wake up want to do anything. Even bodybuilder, I'm sure they don't wake up every single day. It's like, yes, let's hit the gym. So excited to eat these egg whites and oats and chicken breast. I'm sure they don't wake up every day feeling like that, but they do it anyway. And that's what separates them from other people. Everyone else who wasn't willing to do the work. Yeah, we don't wake up every day with motivation. Trying to do work when you're feeling it, when you're feeling good, when you're feeling feeling the flow, when you feel motivated, it's so easy. It's so easy. When you're feeling motivated, everything is so easy. But trying to do the work when you don't feel like it, especially if you're a woman in your career era, you know this. Like anything you do, we can do it while bleeding. I need to give the props to the women out there, to the girlies out there, because that's what separates you, and that's what makes your success become inevitable, or your goal. Your goal becomes something so inevitable if you are so willing to do the hard work. Doesn't matter if it's rain, doesn't matter if you're tired, doesn't matter if you're hungry. You do it anyway. You do not let your mood interfere with the plan. Even if you wake up and you feel like, nah, this is just not it. Maybe you have a bad morning, right? Yesterday, I have a terrible morning, alright? I've been dealing with some Wednesday is probably the biggest workload day of the week for me, where I had a lot of content creation that needed to be done, and then I have a masterclass that I have to attend later in the afternoon, and everything was like happening before 9 a.m. And by the time I sit down to start my work, I was just thinking to myself like, oh my god, I don't want to do this today. I was already in a really, really bad mood. I don't want to do anything. I want to dig a hole, crawl into that, be miserable. And also, I am deep in my luteal phase, which make it even worse. And you know what I did? I just do one thing. So, okay, write one email, did one carousel, script, just did one thing until I go through the to-do list. And then I have a break in midday and attend my masterclass in the afternoon. By 5 p.m., I look back at it and I was just feeling like, whoa, I really did that. And I really thought I couldn't get through that. You asked me at 9 a.m., I wasn't sure if I would be able to get through that. When it feels hard, when I feel overwhelmed, it's always good to just, okay, don't look at the to-do list with the 5 tasks. Look at the very next task to do and just do it. And once you do it, move on to the next. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and create a flow. And before you know it, it's gonna be done. I promise you, starting is always the hardest part, especially when you're in a shitty mood and when you feel like doing nothing at all. If you keep going, if you keep putting one feet in front of the others and keep walking, the finish line become inevitable. You are going to get there. Number 4, do something to pick up your mood. I don't know if you know, but nobody is coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save me. Nobody's coming to save you. We gotta do it. We gotta save ourselves. So if you're feeling like crap, do something to pick up your mood, or set a treat. Like, okay, if you don't want to work out today, tell yourself, okay, if you work out, you can get like a nice matcha or something. You can get a nice smoothie out. Give yourself something to look forward to, a reward. Because as humans, we thrive with reward because it gives us a dopamine spike. So if you don't want to do something, put a reward at the end. Tell yourself, if you do this, you can get that reward. And that may just make things a little bit easier. It will make it easier to start. And once you start, you can keep looking forward to the reward. If you keep going to the finish line, you can get that. And number 5, you gotta separate between burning out and reaching your capacity ceiling. Because, okay, this is not calling anybody else, but this has happened to me before. I read this quote. It's the magic you seek is in the work you're avoiding. Sometimes, not all the time, okay, because I know burnout happen, but a lot of the time, for me personally, I know certain tasks that I dread doing is probably the task that is going to move the needle the most. But because it's required me to break a pattern, or it's required me to face some of my fear, that's why it becomes so hard. That it's, in a sense, a way of self-sabotaging, because our brain is not wired to make a success. Our brain is wired for comfort. That is why we all think about our exit sometimes. It's wired for what's familiar, not what's going to get us to the finish line, not what's going to get us to our goal. Sometimes the task that we are avoiding is actually what moves the needle the most. But because it's required us to face our fear, maybe it's that filming content or changing the way you're doing content. That's the ways that is telling you this is what works. But it's required you face the fear of judgment. It's required you face the fear of visibility, of fully showing yourself for everyone. It doesn't feel safe. And of course, that's why our brain shut it down. Maybe you're a business owner and you have been procrastinating this one task because you know it's required you to show up, show leadership, take responsibilities. It feels so much heavy and so much harder than the task itself. The other week, I was dreading this one thing. I'm seeking a new manufacturers for my brand and just sending the email. This is not reinventing anything new at all. It's just sending them what I want, like a brief, my tick packs, everything, all those things, right? Because, you know, I have to catch them up to date with what is happening. This is what I want. Can we do this? I was dreading it all morning. I was like so stressed out. I had to call my best friend and I was like, why? I don't know why I'm feeling like this. Like, I'm not reinventing anything new. I'm not having to sort out a new take pack. I not need to do anything. But the more I sit with it, the more I think about it, I realized it was the fact that if I said this through, right, this might sound silly, but it required me to face the fear of truly taking responsibility for what I say. And if I dig one layer deeper, is truly letting people see my vision. Okay, that might sound silly, but as a high achieving woman and somebody who's terrified of failing in public, I know, no shame, that's my fear. I'm still dealing with it. I have always struggled with saying what I want, showing people this is my idea, this is my vision, because I feel like if I fail in public, I'm gonna look embarrassing, right? Because I already put my name on that idea, so it's my responsibility to uphold my word. So I was dreading that so much for like the whole morning. But I sit down and I tell myself, okay, you are not reinventing anything new. You are just letting them see in your vision. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It doesn't matter. You're just telling them this is what you want, this is what you're seeking, this is what you wish to work on. That's all it is. And I start typing the email, go through one little bullet point at a time, and then one after the other, one after the other. A little while, I finish it, I sent it off, and it was done. But the anticipation of it is so bad. It's kind of like sitting at the dentist office. If you hate dentists like me, you know. That is why it's so important to recognize, is this a burnout? Has you been working consistently long hour for a prolonged period of time? You have not let yourself rest. And this is really common with people who are high achieving men or women, because the way we were brought up, wired to think that we have to earn rest. And it's this loop that high achieving people get stuck in. We feel like we need to earn rest, but then we also feel like at the same time there's always something that we need to do. If we're resting, that means we have free time to do something. So we get trapped in this loop, which is why it's so easy to burn out. And when you are burned out, you need to recover. That is, if you recognize a burnout, you need to rest, because burnout, it's going to take your passion away, it's going to take your spark away. It's not only going to affect your mental health, it's also going to show on your physical. It's going to give you immune disease if you don't fix it. Stress is so toxic for you, babe. That is why you need to separate, is this day happening, I don't want to do nothing, that mood of I have no energy, I don't want to do anything. Is it because of burnout? If it's because of burnout, take a break, take a rest. The business is still going to be there, your customers is still going to be there, your work is going to be there. Take a sick day, recalibrate, fill your own cup, and then return strong. Or is it because you're avoiding doing the things that you know going to move the needle, but it just seems really hard because it's requiring you to step up a notch? Because at the end of the day, we all have dreams to chase, we all have goals to achieve, and those low energy days, they are inevitable. They're going to be there anyway, just as there are going to be high days, there's going to be a low day. The low, the high, the high. So we need to learn how to cope with it. So I hope that those tips help on the days you are feeling like you don't want to do anything at all. I feel you, because I've been there. I'm still in one of them. That is all just off the record, by the way. And yeah, I will see you guys next time.